2 of the ALDS?
Could be.
Could be game 2. Saturday's game 1.
I mean,
you could throw him Saturday.
You could throw him Saturday.
Yeah, you could throw him Saturday. But here's the deal. He'd be lined up for game 5 regardless, whether he starts game 1 or game 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Tom's holding up 2.
Yeah. I would be shocked if they pitch him on 3 days rest.
Yeah.
You'd
probably save him for game 2.
I mean, you might do that in game 7 of the World Series.
Sure.
I don't think they're going to do
Yeah,
it
probably
that way.
not. Game 2.
Especially since he's normal rest on 2 and 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or he starts 1 of the ALC.
Let's go down that road.
And then he could start 1, 5, and then be available in a 7. Like, that's what you do with your ace, right?
In the World Series?
Or 1, 4, and 7, depending on the off days.
Tricky, too, because the weather gets so bad that by that time of the year, usually, that there's probably could be a delay that helps them.
Right.
You know?
Ticket Texture points out something interesting. Have we considered that 3 of the 4 AL playoff teams could be from the same division after this round? Royals won yesterday. Guardians are waiting. Tigers up 1. We could have 3 from the AL Central and then the Yankees.
I saw an interesting stat, too. I think they're the only division that has 3 in the postseason. But you also have, when you add up everybody in the division's record, the division record is still like 35 games below 500 because the White Sox were so bad.
Ticket Texter is talking about their experience yesterday. Says, I was at the gym. The entire gym was stopped and glued to the TV in the 9th inning.
Sure.
Says, when Torque snagged that line drive, there's a lot of fist-pumping smiles. That's Alex and Clausen.
And that's when you want to be working out, man. Get some of that anxiety out.
Exactly. Heather, what was Colin like during all this?
He was loud. So I missed quite a bit of the game because I was picking Emily up from school. We had to make some stops afterward. So when I got home, Colin was in his office.
You were listening to it in the car, right?
I actually was a little bit, yes, until Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star was requested and that got changed and whatever. Anyway.
Come on, Emily.
He was yelling. I mean, he was loud. He was excited. He was nervous. He was like, somebody called in and said like they were basically coaching. That's kind of what it sounded like he was doing. Like, do this, do that, don't do that. Like he was yelling at the screen.
Throw a strike.
Yeah.
He was taking on the personality of AJ Hinch.
Yep.
Yeah. I think we're all kind of AJ in those moments. Like, you got to go get Foley. Get him out of the game. Get him out of the game. Yeah. Bo's in. Falls back. 1-0. 2-1. Throw strikes. Throw strikes. Not over the plate, though. Not over the plate.
And then you're rationalizing. Okay, he walks to load the bases. You're like, oh, now we got to force out an inning bag.
Right.
Instead of a single ends the game and we lose.
I even go, I guess you could walk one guy here. You just can't.
Yeah, but then he's behind the counter. You're like, oh, don't walk in it. Don't walk in around 3-2. No, I don't want to see it.
But if he does, you still haven't given up the lead. Like
you still have a force out at any bag.
Any base. And you no one's warming up. It's Bo's chance. Either he's going to do it or they're not. And it's a line drive, too. It's not like a big emphatic punch out. It's
man.
You don't know.
Right, yeah, because you can't see it.
Right.
All you see is the good contact, and you're like, oh, no. Yes!
I got a tweet from somebody. You remember the call we got last week? Torkelson Gold Glove.
Oh. It's right at him. All right? I mean, a nice play. I appreciate you catching one that was right at you.
Texter says Dickerson saying no in the 9th on the swinging strikeout that they called a foul ball was my blood pressure going through the roof, Steve, in New Baltimore. Yeah, the Diaz at bat that ball hit the dirt, but for a second you thought they got robbed. Man.
It was total agony. Total agony. And what did it last for? It felt like it lasted for 45 minutes, but it was literally like, 8 minutes at the most?
Yeah. But even like Ticket Texters have pointed out, like second, third inning, you're starting to kind of creep up a little bit in your seat. Like that'll do it to you. Playoff baseball, it's back and it's not going
anywhere. Every pitch matters.
That's right. All right, Sharon Moore coming up.